because I forgot to check if Wychii was 2 or not. Also, I didn't even notice that she asked to check the knot, so I'll do both of those right now. All right. So you're the cooler. It seems like so your focus should be like trying to get cooler right now. Like hoping with that fight isn't necessarily like a terrible thing. And like it's good that you got that kill, but like yeah, cleaning up. And they jumped out, so that's a delayed wipe. So now we just boom, good cooler. Right here, only one of you, only one of out of you and the knot needs to focus on that Tetra. Like both you guys do not need to worry about somebody behind tower. Good, nice backing up. You probably didn't need to drop there. Like you got a kill, but honestly should have died to the Hydra there. Solid cooler. That sucks. But I don't know how the Stanford got behind you. Maybe it was just far right. Alright, you guys are down 3-4. That's also something that you should like try to pay attention to, especially if you when you're like on support. Check your map fairly regularly and like paint up over to the left so that they can't just flank you. Like, because the Tetris kept doing that. The Tetris kept dropping left. They kept dropping left, kept dropping left. So you need to start paying attention to that and like just be aware and like opening up your map or like checking to see when the Tetra respawns and making sure they haven't dropped over there, but also paint up over there so that if they drop, then you'll see it right away because you'll see like, oh, they started painting so that they can hide in ink. Okay, that sucks. It just sucks that you didn't get the kill there. You don't have to do that when Zook is out. That's just a risk game to play. Cause yeah, you gave more respect to Zip than you did to Zuka, which is insane. Good kill. You probably didn't have to pop that yet, because if you look, what button? Nope. It is. Go back in 5 seconds. Oh no. About 10 seconds. So right there, you heard that sound. That was them popping cooler. So you could have just walked over and grabbed their cooler. And then not only would you have had cooler, but even if you had died, you still would have had a whole nother cooler to pop. So you kind of just wasted yours. Like you literally just wasted a whole nother cooler. Just heads up. That being said, if there wasn't like another rando on your team with cooler, that would have been a fine cooler. But just in the context of You guys being in solo with the third or with the fourth person. Uh, yeah, you could have saved your cooler. They already popped theirs. Way to wait out the Zuka. That was good. Yeah, you probably should have noticed that he was behind you, like right before he killed you. Because he got a couple shots on you, so you probably should have just turned around and fought him. So yeah, you wait out the Zuka, throw up busy at them. Right there, he's shooting at you. You should turn around and fight him instead of trying to run away. What do you say? I mean, you didn't have to ride into mid because it'll go back to mid by itself. Also, did you see the person drop right there? I don't know if you saw the person drop right there, but try to look for stuff like that. I'll go back. Right here. Yeah, just like try to focus. Like something that I learned from somebody, and it was for fighting games, but it applies to this too. That you don't have to look directly at your character as much, especially like since you're the one controlling them. So once you get like the movements down and stuff, and like once you're like really used to it, you don't have to look at the very center of the screen to know what your character is doing because you'll have the muscle memory to just know based off of what inputs you're doing, what your character is doing, and so from there you'll be able to look at more of the stuff happening around you. But here, right, they're swimming, they're about to hit the ledge, and then they drop right there. And like that would have been yeah. Like I don't know if you saw, but they went left. And so that they could easily like just get right behind you. So boom, they drop right there. Now they climb up, and now they're there. Boom. So Stamper's over there. They just threw a burst bomb. So Stamper's over on the left. Alright, they just jumped out. Someone just circled around the back. They just dropped the Stamper, yeah, over there to the look. Or not Tetra, I mean. Oh, Stamper's there too. And went down to Zuka. Unfortunate. But also, you probably, even without the Zuka, you probably were going to go down to Hydra. And, like, again, you guys didn't really have much for the Hydra. So that kind of just sucks. But yeah. Uh, yeah, the Fizzy probably wasn't the right play. If you're going to jump in, then the play is probably to try to shark and like have Songshu help you pinch. Also, another thing I can point out is I can't open up the map while it's paused. From if you look at your at the top of the screen, the top left where it shows your four people on your team. If you go from left to right, your teammate that is on the furthest left, because it always excludes you. So the teammate that is on the furthest left, that will always be the left button with jump. The teammate that is on the furthest right will always be the right button with jump, and the person in the middle will always be up with jump when you're super jumping, and then down is always back to the base. And like it'll take a little bit to get used to that, but that way like you can even just like jump to people without like taking too long to look at your map if you know where they are and you know that you want to jump to them. So in this instance, dapples, if you open up the map, they'll be the left. So you'll open up the map, you press left on your D-pad, press A, you'll jump to the dapples. Blaster, open up D-pad, up, press A, you'll jump to the blaster. Open up D-pad, press, or why am I saying open up D-pad? Open up the map, press right on your D-pad, and then hit A, you'll jump to your naut. So knowing that like will like help you like just jump faster, and that way like when you jumped out, you jumped from your beacon out to your base back in, you could have just like jumped up to plat directly if you knew who was up there. And so like that's another that's just something just like easy tech to start implementing. Oh, it doesn't show. Boom. Alright. Dropping probably wasn't the best. Yeah. Dropping there probably wasn't a good idea, mainly because they were watching you and you didn't have any paint or help with you. Like had Songshu come over closer and like was like painted in more, like or closer to you, and like you guys were focusing on somebody on the right, that could have worked. But as it was, you were just like dropping by yourself while the sample was looking right at you, and that's like even though you died to the Zuka, that's kind of the reason you died. All right, here instead of being over here, what's this? All right, you should have been pushed up to at least where the tower is, but you're the main slayer. You need to be pushing ahead of tower. You need to be clearing space so that when the tower follows behind you, you're good. You got cooler. That's really good. And so after that Zuka after that suction bomb exploded, you probably should have like, if not pushed onto their plat, at least pushed over in that direction to like around the orange block that I think the Dapples is going up right now. It's like Bing over here is like, it kind of actually doesn't really do much. Like from this position down here, especially because there's going to be people all already on the right pushing your tower. And you went down to that. So yeah, as the main slayer, you need to be also. Well, Wychii dropped with you, so it's fine. Okay, heal up, heal up. Bam, someone dropped to your left. No, 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 no. You gotta pay attention to that too. Someone was shooting at you, you can't turn away. But here, let's see if we notice when they drop. So we can see them start shooting at you. And same thing like I said earlier. The more use to your weapon you get, the less you'll have to like yeah. So they were shooting at you on the left, you maybe didn't notice them, because the Hydra was also shooting at you. But you gotta notice that, because had you just turned to the left, you could have like killed them immediately. Then you would still be alive over here, and then you would have helped kill the Stamper, and then you guys would be up 2 instead of it being 3-3. Alright, good, getting cooler. That was a solid trade, but you outranged the Tetras by a lot. You did not have to push up that close to them. So you notice Wychii's in trouble, whether you saw it or Wychii called out. That's good. So you start rotating. Like here, you can start like shooting at them. You instead of walking forward to try to get them better, you should be walking backwards, because not only do they have the dashes, but you just have way more range in them. But they still also have their dodge rolls. So you want to be able to just use your range to your advantage, because you outrange the shot and the Tetris, and so like you can put a lot more pressure on them than they can on you. Also, I didn't mention it earlier because Wychii was using her bombs fairly well. Also, Wychii, try to use your bombs a little more to paint, because Fizzies are really good at painting. And so, like, if there's downtime, you're kind of just like looking around and you're just kind of waiting. Use your Fizzy bombs to paint. Use them to paint the map. But I don't know who I am talking to right now. You should use your bombs a bit more to just control space. Because suction bombs are pretty good. Like, obviously, you don't want to throw a bomb and then like walk into a fight immediately. But like in a kind of neutral situation, you can throw a bomb in an area like that you guys are about to push into or something, and then they have to respect that space. They have to respect your bomb, or they'll die to it. Good kill. See that? Use your range, and then you took that space from the shot, and they backed up, and you could have like dropped down there and like taken that space a little bit. You didn't notice his Zuka come out. Down. That kind of sucks. When there's an anchor on mid, you kind of just have to be aware. Like whenever a weapon with that much range is in mid, you kind of just have to pay attention to it. Maybe not. Alright, good. Make sure to get the cooler. Try to turn and fight, because running is not gonna get you anything. Just like I told Wychii, like if they're behind you, like and they're already like shooting at you and pinning you in, like you're not gonna get away. Like your best bet is to like try to fight them. Okay. Yeah. That sucks because I think right as you drop, they pop Zuka, so that sucks. But yeah, just try to be aware that the shot is gonna get Zuka a lot. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something and then I got distracted by you dropping, but it's not necessarily a bad drop right now. It's 2-2. But oh, that's what I was gonna say. Um, when you're playing with your range, call out where you're going to push and have your range come with you. Because range and not together is kind of like a very difficult thing for anybody to deal with, especially if you're like fighting a 2v1. So you force your opponents into 2v1s with the range and the knot, or yeah, with the range and the knot, they're pretty much gonna lose every time. And like that will make it easier, especially like taking care of someone like the Stamper. But even the Tetris too, because like they roll around a lot, and so that makes them a little harder for you to get. But not not as hard for the range to get. Range has the AOE effect, and so they're still probably getting checked by the range. So if they're paying attention to you, then then your range can focus them down, and if they're paying attention to the range, then you can focus them down. So try to like be near enough to each other where you guys can help with fights. And so rather they should be like near where you're trying to push since you're the main slayer and you need to be like in front of objective. Kill. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. All right, it's just a Hydra. Hopefully, Wychii is charging up. Whatever. Did someone just drop left? Someone did. It was a Tetris again. Yeah. That really sucks because you didn't grab either cooler. Whenever cooler gets popped, you need to be backing up or like going to wherever it is to try and get it. As long as it's not in like a super dangerous spot that'll just get you killed instantly, because then there's no point. But there you could have gotten cooler without dying, so you should have. Cooler is extremely powerful, cuts down your downtime, preserves all the special you have, so you would have been coming back basically with a nearly charged splashdown, and you would have been able to just do a little bit more. No, don't charge up. All right, yeah, good. Hit from Zuko. That is really good. Stamper saw you. You try not to take tower. You want a man advantage before you take tower, and in this situation, there's still like enough time where you don't have to rush tower like immediately. You could have waited for your teammates. Like let's be like Dying into the respawn. Yeah, so right now you're 2 down. They just died. What you want to do is you want to wait, use your bombs and your main weapon. You can start charging the special, but you don't want to die because you still have a whole 30 seconds left. That's a lot of time. Your teammates will definitely be back. You guys can all push in together. Like, you don't want to like panic. Like, that is a nice kill, but then Tetra's there, and there's also the bomb, and like and now would be like a situation where like, oh, where it's like getting to like, oh, just rush the tower and try to grab it to start something territory. But even then, there's still like a bit that can be done. But someone needs to hop on tower here, I think. Yeah. Overall, fairly solid. It's just you need better specials as a team. Like even the rain knot, like it doesn't have a bomb, which really sucks. But rain can help like push anchors out of certain positions. Like it helps clear space, and like that might be helpful. But like even just something more offensive like a Zuko or Tri Strike, or like what else? Maybe even a hammer since you can throw it. Uh, but honestly, Zuko and Striker like would be a lot better. Jet would be really good. Trying to think about what specials are in the game. No, but that's. Whoops, that is not what I meant to do. I meant to exit out. That being said, overall pretty solid. Need better specials as a team. Wychii, try to paint a bit more. Like I don't. I wouldn't say. I don't think you were too aggro or anything. You do need to paint more. Like if you're gonna be the support, then like you need to be like painting up flanks and stuff, and like keeping an eye on stuff like that. And then to Cabron, you are the main slayer. With this setup, with these weapons, you are the main slayer. So you need to be pushing ahead of objective. Tower is very easy because you know exactly where the tower is going, and you know exactly what space needs to be cleared in front of tower. And so like that's probably the best mode to start getting used to doing that. So you try and push ahead of the tower. You try to help clear that space so your team can move into it, and then also the tower and bring the objective with them. And then once you like start doing that, that'll also like help translate into other modes like Rainmaker, like Clam Blitz. Rainmaker especially, it will help a lot with. Like Clam Blitz, it'll still help some. And then in zones, you guys as a unit will kind of have to push in front of zone. Like the anchor will probably be on zone. The support probably won't be too far, and then you and I forgot the blaster's name. You and the blaster will be like a bit ahead of the zone to just keep the opponents at bay. And then when they push in with the specials, that's when you back up, get the specials out, and you back up and do all that stuff. But yeah, so overall, I think fairly solid. Also going to show you guys the jump thing I was talking about since it wasn't on the map during the replay, so you guys can just see it. Aiden, 4 feet tall, and Miku. Alright, Aiden's the blaster, 4 feet tall is a shot, Miku's the charger. So I would want to be jumping to Miku most often, because if this was comp, they will be anchored and they will be in the safest position. But like I said, so with your teammates, the one farthest to the left, so in this instance, it'll be the blaster, will be the left on the when you're jumping on the map. The person farthest to the right, which is the charger, is on the right. And then the person in the middle of all your teammates, so, or you can also just say the last person, which is the shot, will be up. And so say I wanted to jump to Miku. Miku's over there. Damn, don't even have to like look that hard. There's 4 feet tall. That is a shot. So if I want to jump to the middle, just up, and then boom, and it like makes it a lot faster. This is me jumping back, and then I'll jump to Aiden next. Aiden is what, left? Boom. I'm jumping to Aiden. Nice kill. Let's jump out. Is Miku safe? Miku's not that safe, so I'm gonna jump to the shot instead. Blaster's dead, so I can't jump to them. I'm jumping to the charger because they're probably somewhere safe. Yeah, I knew they were safe. What was that? That is the shot, so I can just up and then I'll jump to them. Dang. Buddy, there's somebody on you. Help! Alright, at least you killed him. Good job. Let's jump to Aiden. Oh! That was not safe enough. Alright, so I'll jump to the charger instead. And so like just doing that, it makes it a lot easier to know where to jump quickly. It makes it faster to jump fast. Let's jump to the shot. And so yeah. So the teammate on the left is left, teammate on the right is right. Teammate furthest to the left is left. Teammate furthest to the right is right, and then the last one is up. Alright, but yeah, and that's all, so that is all you really need to know. Bam. So the furthest left, furthest right, and last.